Hello, brothers. It's your dude, International Passport, back at it again for another classic live stream. Hope you brothers are doing well worldwide, wherever you are. Sorry. Please put a one in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. How's my audio, brothers? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Sorry, brothers, loud and clear. How's my audio, brothers? Before I go any further, confirm to me if you can hear me loud and clear, and then we're good to go. Shout out to King Kitsune. I see you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to John, Nate Kelly. Okay, it looks like we're good. A couple brothers confirming that they can hear me. Fantastic. Welcome, brothers, to another informative live stream regarding finances and, of course, particularly crypto. I want to say a huge shout out, as usual, to my old subscribers. Thank you for supporting this channel over the years. And welcome aboard my new subscribers for joining the powerful International Passport movement. We have a very special guest here today. But first and foremost, brothers, please hit the like button. Please support the channel, through the Cash App, through the super chats as well, brothers. If you appreciate the content I put out, brothers, here's my Cash App. Support, hit the like button, support what I do and the movement. It's Cash App, brothers, and super chat as well. I have a very special guest here today called Mr. DJ Kaz, who will be breaking down how to maximize your cryptocurrency gains and how to make a lot of money in crypto. This stream will be roughly 1 hour long. I don't want to go too much over 1 hour, probably 1 hour, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 15 minutes max. We want to keep it short, sweet, concise, answer the questions that needed. I will ask some questions regarding crypto, and then we'll have a call-in show later where brothers can call in to ask him about cryptocurrency. Now, I have a set of questions to ask the brother, and before I do so, Mr. DJ Kaz, please introduce yourself to the channel, who you are, what you do, where you're from in America, and we're going from there afterwards, bro.
Yeah, it works for me. So my name is Kaz. I do a lot of things, but in my free time, I'm a DJ, so that's where the DJ name comes from. I got started early in the crypto scene. I didn't invest too early into Bitcoin, but when I started investing into Bitcoin, it started to take off. So a lot of people would consider me an expert. I think I have a lot more to learn in the financial space, but when it comes to the crypto space, is a lot of ways you can delve back and forth, but I'll talk a little bit about that later. I'm currently in the United States. I'm in the DC area, the Washington, DC area, and next year I'll be living in Berlin permanently, and I can probably talk to IP about a stream about that later.
Thank you very much, DJ Kaz, for calling in and speaking about your experiences about crypto and introducing yourself, bro. So, brother, I like getting into the gist of things and into the meat of things. Cryptocurrency, bro. What is it and why is it the future? Because a lot of brothers, they're still not sold by it. More brothers are still invest in stocks, because stocks you can actually feel, you can see a company. Like if I want to invest in McDonald's, I can walk down the street, I can see the McDonald's branch, I can see what they sell, I can see what they do. I can also see financial statements of that company. But with crypto, we don't really have that. So break down to us, brother, what crypto is and why it's something brothers should invest in.
So crypto is a lot of things, but I think the way I use crypto is kind of supplementary to my other investments. That's the best way I would look at it. And I would say, depending on where you're going and what you're trying to do, crypto could be another means of exchange for some other good or service that you may not want to subject to fees and other things of that nature, some regulatory bodies. The best way I would use crypto, in a sense, if you live relatively close to a Western country, is you would have your regular investments, so like stocks, ETFs, covered call ETFs, stuff like that. And then as a way to kind of buffer that and kind of diversify your portfolio, you would have cryptocurrencies. And we can talk a little bit more about the different types of cryptocurrencies, but things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, if you have it, or Polkadot or Cardano and things like that.
Okay, thanks for doing that, brother. That's a great breakdown. Um, why should brothers seriously consider investing in crypto? And like I said, bro, stocks has it all for brothers. We got ETFs, we got stocks, individual stocks, index funds, all these sort of different options there. What makes crypto such an attractive field to invest in? Sell it to brothers, DJ Kaz. Where do you see crypto in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years, brother?
Personally, I think crypto is the future. A good example is if you're looking at a lot of politics in the United States currently. There's currently a seat for the comptroller of currency up, and they're talking about. I'm not sure if people paying attention to that, but the comptroller seat is up, and they're having debates about the dominance of the U.S. dollar, and anytime the government begins to doubt whether or not they can have control of their economy with their money, that's a big wake up sign for a lot of people to not entrust the government with their money and how their money should be directed. Um, so I think cryptocurrencies is a very good alternative for controlling money and how money will be spent and where it goes. So um, the best thing I can recommend is that when it comes to cryptocurrencies, if take a very good look at your government and how they're spending their money and how they want to go forward with spending their money. And then you can take a look at other cryptocurrencies and think, okay, if the government is spending money this way, I should be able to control money this way, is the best way I can put it.
Okay, thank you very much for that, brother. So, brother, let's speak about shout out to Nate Cali for the $2 super chat, already supporting the channel. Thank you, Nate Cali, for supporting the channel. Greetings, IP, supporting as usual. Thank you, Nate Cali. Means a lot to me, bro. Thank you, brothers. Hit the cash app, brothers. Hit the super chat to support this important channel that's changing brothers' lives worldwide. Thank you again, Nate Cali. So, DJ Kazen, you know, so let's move on now into speaking about the cryptos that brothers should invest in as a as a as a defunct. So something that if you're a new investor, these are cryptos. Forget about the altcoins and all these other coins, right? What coins do you recommend that if brothers make an exchange account tomorrow, what coin should they invest in immediately and why?
Okay, good question. Great question. If you're not concerned about altcoins, I personally think that you should invest into some altcoins, but for some other different reasons. But if you have to go for what I call stable coins, things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, if you have to go for stable coins and you have to pick one coin, I would go for Bitcoin. And that's because I see the price shooting up a little bit later down the year. And next year, I see it going up even further. So if you can throw in $100 here, $50 there into Bitcoin, it doesn't have to be a very large lump sum. But over time, that's the way I invest over time, seeing big gains over time. Over time, $20 here, $20 there, and as Bitcoin increases, you will see those gains. And from there, I have a method. This is just the way I do things. Once you have a large lump sum or a sizable amount you're okay with, then you can distribute that into other coins that would have some investments like ETFs. And I can talk about that a little bit later. But for brevity's sake, you would buy Bitcoin, and once you have enough Bitcoin, you would take this Bitcoin and buy other altcoins that would do other things for you than just holding Bitcoin. Because holding Bitcoin, while that's okay, there are other altcoins that would give you bigger gains than just holding Bitcoin, if that makes sense.
Okay, brother. So on that note, hold on, brother. Shout out to Frank Harris for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Frank, for supporting the channel. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you very much, Mr. Frank Harris. DJ Kazan, the topic of this live stream is maximizing your cryptocurrency gains and how to make a lot of money in crypto. We want to make a lot of money in crypto. We definitely do. And so take this as someone who's new to it. and they want to invest in crypto, and a year or two from now, they want to make massive gains. What strategy and what structure should brothers be doing to make those big gains in crypto? So that would include investing in certain coins that you recommend that you feel is going to be big in the future, how to make money off these coins, and hopefully cash out with in a few years. Speak on a good strategy for a couple of years where brothers can make incredible gains, whether it's short term or long term. We want to hear your thoughts about that, DJ Kanzen. Break it down, bro. The floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into my strategy first, and then some other strategies.
Go on, bro. DJ, what the? DJ Kazan, you still there, bro?
It's just my mic was muted. Sorry about that. As I was
Start
saying,
again from the beginning, bro. So I think we missed your strategy, bro. You were muted for the whole time.
Yeah, no worries. So the beginning is you would buy Bitcoin or Ethereum, and once you have enough of this Bitcoin or Ethereum, you would take that, split it into other coins. So some of these other coins that you would split it to would be Polkadot, Tezos, Cardano, and these coins can be staked. So once they're staked, they would give you interest. Usually, you would go through an exchange and do it. I think that's one of the easier ways to do it. And once you stake it through an exchange, you would get a reward for, I think it's every couple of days you would get a reward, which is just a small slice of the interest that you would receive. But if you do the calculations on this small slice that you receive, it's somewhere around 7 to 8% on your investment for things like Polkadot, and for Tezos, it's like 5 to 6% on your investment. Now, that may not seem like a lot of money at first, but again, I like to use the snowball effect. So the way I make money is large gains over time. So if, let's say, you had $1,000 in Polkadot and that gives at 8%, you can do the math on that to see that at 8%, at 4 years' time, you would have doubled your money on top of growth that Polkadot is receiving. So strategies like that are the best way moving forward. Another strategy you could use are poaching smaller altcoins, watching them rise, and then cashing out with that altcoin into another stable coin like Bitcoin. This is things like that. That's kind of what happened with like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. I'm not going to say I don't recommend that, but my strategy is for people that want passive growth, and this requires a little bit of more like investment. You'd have to manage that and actively watch the markets for these coins. So I'm not saying I don't recommend that, but it requires a little bit more work. But for the passive route, you want to go for the stake coins. You want to hold a decent amount of stable coins. You want to buy some of these staked coins, stake those coins, receive the interest, and then slowly build your portfolio that way. I've personally built about, for this year, I want to say I've built at least $6,500 just with Polkadot alone, using this strategy.
Damn. Okay, bro. Can you speak about these stable coins you know? Obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum are two stable coins. Are there any other stable coins that you recommend brothers to invest in as well, bro?
Right now, I want to say Solana. Solana is on fire right now, and I think that's generally because of the use case for Solana. I would also say Ethereum too, but I would say I personally think Solana is going to beat Ethereum in terms of actual growth over the next year or two, just because of its use case. All these coins are based off of a blockchain that they use for whatever apps that they're deciding to use for this particular network. But in Solana's case, the network is fairly quick, and doesn't really have any. Their fee structure is not based off gas, so it's relatively faster than Ethereum. So a lot of people are looking towards Solana for other use cases, which makes it very popular at the moment. So if you're looking at Solana on the exchanges, you'll see its price going up steadily. A lot of people who are paying attention to cryptos saw that the market kind of crashed, but I don't think that the market's going to stay low for very long, as Bitcoin recently just recovered about 5%, 5-6%, and it's just only going up from here. So generally, all the other stable coins follow Bitcoin's lead.
Yeah.
So once you see Bitcoin going up, you'll see all the other stable coins kind of following its lead. So in terms of other coins you should buy, keep it short and sweet: Solana, Ethereum, and one coin that I kind of say it's a stable coin, but it's kind of an altcoin, is Polkadot. But again, I talked about Polkadot previously. Polkadot is a staked coin, but it's closely rising up the ranks because of its use case.
Interesting. Thank you, brother. You've detailed some very good strategies there, and especially those stable coins recommendation. What about any altcoins? What do you recommend brothers to invest in, and why in terms of these altcoins? We know Shiba Inu is become very popular. So speak on these altcoins that we should invest in and why, bro.
Now, I haven't really focused on Shiba Inu too much. I do have some money in it, but I haven't really focused on it too much because, again, my strategy focuses on receiving interest. And right now, you cannot stake Shiba Inu coin. That does not mean you shouldn't buy it. However, if you want my recommendation on which coins to buy, which altcoins to buy for the interest value, I would say things like Polkadot and Kusama. Kusama is kind of the canary network to Polkadot. And I say that because, again, those gains are around 7 to 8% on whatever your initial investment is, as long as you have it staked. And Kusama is relatively the same. I think it's a little bit lower at 6%, I believe. It's 6%, still nothing to scoff at. Another good one I would say is Cardano. Cardano is fairly cheap, and again, I kind of abuse Cardano to achieve kind of one of my strategies. Cardano does have a lower interest rate, but it's much cheaper to buy in. I think Cardano is currently sitting at $2, like $2.30 a coin. So you could easily buy up a lot of Cardano, see some very quick gains from that interest, and then switch to the coin if you'd like. Another coin that I look at is Tezos. I've held Tezos for a long time. This was the very first coin that I staked and received interest off of. Tezos is currently sitting at 4 to 6%. And again, one of these good strategies that if you buy all of these coins, you're essentially laddering them. So if you have let's say you have $100 in Cardano, $100 in Tezos, $100 in Polkadot, $100 in Kusama, every week you'll be receiving a small payout of interest for all of these coins. And again, it does not look like a lot of money, but the more you put in, or the more that you stake, the more of your rewards that you stake, the more that you'll receive. So it's essentially like having an ETF that pays a very good dividend. And in some cases, some of these altcoins have better dividend yields than what you can buy in the actual stock market.
Very interesting, brother. Crypto sounds very good, but it's unregulated. And of course, the US government is trying to get involved in it. Is there a possibility that in the future, this can all disappear? There could be a huge clampdown, and we may see the end of cryptocurrency as we know it. Is that a possibility, bro? Because it's good for brothers to know this, because if you're going to put a lot of money into something where the government really doesn't like it, they're always talking bad about it, bro. I think brothers should know that there's risk in doing so. Like in any investment, there's risk in investing in cryptocurrency. Is that a risk there where this could just be ended at any time in the future, brother?
Personally, I say no. And the reason why is because there are a lot of very good use cases for Bitcoin. And I want to say that one of the biggest reasons why cryptocurrency was used in the first place was, again, I'm not advocating for tax avoidance or things like that, but people wanted more freedom with their money. The idea that there's no middleman, the idea of peer-to-peer exchanges is essentially Cash App without a bank being in the middle of your transaction. And that's appealing to a lot of people, especially in places where a lot of financial services are restricted. And I think this is one of the reasons why cryptocurrency is the future. It essentially cuts the role of the bank out of the transaction. So if you wanted to, let's say, for example, you wanted to buy a car. In the States, you can't just roll up to the dealership with 50 grand. You usually have to finance it. They will usually try to talk to you into financing a vehicle. Or if you do pay that kind of money, they want to know that the money is cleared and do some investigations. And again, I'm not saying that people should use dirty money to buy goods and services, but in most cases, even if the money was clean, you couldn't buy your car right off the lot. But if we had a system where all these transactions were peer-to-peer, potentially you could buy your car or whatever asset you wanted the same day, have keys and access to it the same day, without a government or a bank slowing you down with your transaction. And I think just that type of freedom is what's going to keep cryptocurrencies alive, personally. So do I think it's just going to end all of a sudden? No. Do I think governments will keep trying to regulate it? Yes, but I don't think they're going to succeed in the way that people think they're going to. I think how governments are going to fight it in the future is just coming up with their own coin and using that as a basis against other cryptocurrencies. I know, for example, the United States is thinking about making a central bank crypto, like digital currency. Personally, if that does happen, I don't recommend people invest into that, just because it goes against everything that cryptocurrencies were made for. The whole point of it was to make money decentralized, that there's no central bank that can control the transactions or mint the coins. So I say that if you have a coin that is decentralized, you should use that.
Okay, thank you, bro. Hold on, brother. And I'm definitely going to get brothers like John, Sean M to chime in on this conversation in the future. So I'm going to keep my questions very low, very small. So that in 5 minutes time, I'll build up the phone lines, because I want this to be a shared information live stream. But I got a couple cash apps read out. Shout out to Mr. Darrell Robinson for donating £14.87 to the cash app. Thank you, brother. Commendations to International Passport. Thank you, Darrell Robinson. I think you cash apped me in the previous stream, but I missed it. I'm so sorry, bro. But I'm a shout out here, bro. Shout out to Darrell Robinson for hitting the cash app. Shout out to Mr. Sean Camp, the legend, for the £7.44 cash app. Thank you, Sean Camp. Much appreciated, bro. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Brother, okay. I am finding it, and I'm sure other brothers are finding it a bit tricky as well, to understand what exchanges to use. You know, there's so many out there, brothers. There's Coinbase, there's KuCoin, there's Binance. There's so many, brother. What do you recommend that brothers should use, and why?
So again, I don't advocate for tax avoidance under any circumstances, but I recommend using the exchange that asks for as little information as physically possible, because generally speaking, depending on how much money you're moving and how much money that you're withdrawing, a lot of these exchanges will tell a financial institution that that you may be liable for taxes that are unrealized for these type of cryptocurrencies. That happens for things like Coinbase, and usually I think people are buying it through like PayPal, which is kind of weird because I don't think PayPal lets you withdraw it. But again, like if you have gains from these cryptocurrencies, depending on the type of gains that you have, you could be required to report these on your taxes. So I recommend going through exchanges that allow you to just fund the wallet and withdraw from a wallet all through straight cryptocurrencies. Generally, once you start handing over fiat or paying things with a card, then they ask for like information or verification and stuff like that. Or if you're depositing more than like $20,000, they start asking for things like that. But there are some exchanges right now that will let you fund a wallet with another cryptocurrency wallet and withdraw with another cryptocurrency wallet, and they will not ask for verification unless you are using fiat currency or withdrawing more than $10,000 a day. But quite frankly, again, with my strategy, you shouldn't be withdrawing more than $5,000 for the month, generally speaking. So some of these exchanges are places like Kraken. I personally use Kraken. I have not verified with Kraken. So I just fund a wallet, I buy my stable coins through this way, buy my altcoins this way, stake my altcoins this way. Everything is fairly simple with Kraken. They've never asked me to verify for anything, so that's why I keep them personally. Another exchange I would recommend is something called Gemini. Gemini, if I'm not mistaken, they don't allow you to stake all the coins that I listed, but you can stake more of the popular ones like Tezos and Polkadot, but I don't think they allow you to stake Kusama. I'm not exactly sure. I don't recommend things like Coinbase because to my knowledge, Coinbase does not allow you to stake coins. And to my knowledge, Binance does not allow you to stake coins, to my knowledge. This may have changed. And I think this may be different depending on the different regions you live in. But for my region, which is North America, and I think for Western Europe, you cannot stake coins through Binance. I could be wrong. Someone double check me on that. But that's the sole reason I don't recommend those two exchanges. For people that use things like Cash App and PayPal, I think I'm just going to go right off the bat and say you probably shouldn't use PayPal for buying cryptocurrencies just for the simple fact that you cannot withdraw it and you cannot move it to another wallet. So if you buy cryptocurrencies through PayPal, it kind of just stays in a wallet that PayPal controls, which I don't really understand, but I don't understand why you would do that, but I don't recommend you do that. Cash App is a very good way to get started into Bitcoin. If you've never done that before, you just go through Cash App. It allows you to buy, I think it's up to $10,000 in Bitcoin. You can just throw in $10, $20 today. And then from there, you could actually take that and move it to another Bitcoin wallet, to a place like Kraken or through another personal wallet that you can control, either a cold wallet, hard wallet, whatever. Cash App gives you a lot of flexibility. As long as you're not moving large amounts of money, Cash App generally lets you do whatever you want with your Bitcoin.
Thank
So
you.
those are the exchanges that I recommend.
Okay, great answer to that question, brother. I've got one more question before I open up the phone lines because I want brothers to chime in on this fully. I've got half an hour more before I end the stream. How? I don't know. This might be, brother. You said that Kraken doesn't verify you, right? Isn't that a bad thing? And doesn't that open themselves up? Open themselves up, sorry, brothers, to an investigation from the SEC? Because with Binance earlier this year, they got hit by regulations all around the world because they weren't following rules here. Do you feel safe, not being not able to verify yourself? Because if SEC finds out that a bunch of users are not verified, that means very hard to track their taxes and what they owe. Kraken could get in trouble for that, and they may lose a license to operate in the US, and your money is stuck in the exchange there. Speak on that, bro. Am I thinking too deep into that, bro?
No. You are 100% correct. So the trick is not moving too much money. If I'm not mistaken, in the United States, the magic number is $10,000. I'm not mistaken. If once you start moving that kind of money, then Kraken starts paying attention. Then they'll ask you to verify so you can withdraw your funds or fund more wallets and that type of thing. But again, one of my strategies is I try to stay well below that number. And again, what I do personally is I do have some money in an exchange, but I also have some money in personal wallets and cold wallets that I control. So in case I do lose access for whatever reason, the amount of money that I lost can be recovered, but I do have other assets that I control in personal wallets. So let me just go back a little bit. the only wallets you have should not be inside of exchanges. You should also have personal wallets, whether they be on your phone, they be airdrops, paper wallets, cold wallets, and I can explain what those are. But if you have wallets with cryptocurrencies, you should have more than one, and not all of them should be controlled by an exchange. You should have think of it as diversifying. You should have a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, but you should control majority of it. Is the way I would roll with it.
Okay, thank you, brother. I was just really concerned about if we're going to put a lot of money into this sort of platform, and it's still being criticized by the government, they're still talking bad about it, it needs more regulation. You've got to be aware of the risk here. But I feel like we got companies like Tesla who have embraced Bitcoin, who accepted Bitcoin payments for once in the past to buy their cars. And I think you had other companies that, I think JP Morgan, they're into Bitcoin. So when you have big companies start embracing a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, it's going to be here to stay. But I think brothers need to realize that a lot of these altcoins, they're going to be screwed over 5 years from now, or even a year or 2 years from now. And I feel like as the market in cryptocurrency becomes more stable, as it becomes more mainstream, as governments get involved in it and big companies, certain coins are going to come out the winner. Don't you agree, DJ Kazzen? And to prepare for that kind of action there, I think these coins, I may be wrong, bro, and I want to hear your opinion as well on this, bro. These coins are going to survive the storm, and crypto will revolve around these coins. Definitely Bitcoin, definitely Ethereum. I think Chainlink, Polkadot, and perhaps VeChain. I may be missing more coins. I may be wrong here. What do you think, DJ K? Because Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, let's be real, a year from now, 2 years from now, everyone's going to forget them, and they might actually remove those coins from the exchanges because crypto is going to be versed and controlled into a small amount of coins. Do you agree with that, DJ Kazzen? And what coins do you feel those coins would be? Go on, bro.
And I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And so we're definitely seeing more of a like, for when it comes to stable coins, more of a conglomerate type of deal with these stable coins, things like Ethereum, Bitcoin. And I remember, I read an article the other day about how Facebook had reserves of Litecoin and how they may or may not allow people to use Litecoin to buy into their digital currency in the future. So I do think there's going to be a conglomerate of these stable coins. But I think the stable coins will be more of a device used to park money in a place. And a lot of the altcoins will be used for day-to-day transactions, if that makes sense. So things like Cardano is relatively cheap in price with a large market cap. So that makes it perfect. And the network is pretty fast. So I think that makes it perfect for small based transactions. And there are things like Ripple. Ripple was a perfect example, still is a perfect example of cryptocurrencies that are meant for small and quick transactions. I imagine things like Cardano and Ripple being used in places like coffee shops where transactions usually don't exceed over like more than $20. So you want to buy a coffee, Ripple's good for that. Cardano's great for that. You want to tip someone or you want to add a tip to your purchase, Ripple or Cardano's great for that. So I don't think a lot of these small coins will disappear. I do think things like Dogecoin and SHIB will disappear just because they're mostly meme coins for the most part. Like, even the creator of Dogecoin admits that this coin was just created as a joke, and it's basically a meme coin. But for things like Cardano that have really large market caps, their networks are really fast, those coins will be very pivotal going forward, just because if a single Bitcoin in the future is going to cost $100,000, and the network is fairly slow, even with these new upgrades, the network is still fairly slow. It could take minutes for that transaction to go across the network. But for things like Cardano, where it's relatively cheap and the network is fairly quick, those transactions are fast. So a lot of people, when they're at a restaurant or they're out and about running errands and swiping their card or doing transactions, they don't want to wait for a transaction to clear. That's where these smaller networks come in. So I don't think the smaller coins are going to disappear, but I think all the altcoins, I think they're going to be competing indefinitely. I'm not going to say indefinitely, but for a long period of time, these smaller coins will have their place in the market. And I think another coin will do something better than it does. And they'll just continue to innovate going back and forth. But for the big stable coins, I think those are there to stay. But those are more there for like investment purposes or for holding your money or for savings, that type of deal.
Okay, thank you, bro. Brothers, if you're enjoying this live stream, please hit the Cash App, brothers. Please hit the super chats. The support will be greatly appreciated, brothers. Okay, support the channel, brothers. Thank you very much. And hit the like button too, brothers, and subscribe. One last question for me, DJ Kaizen, before I open up the calls to everyone else. Brother, can you give us a real solid use case of a coin being used in our day-to-day lives? Because, brother, I'm just trying to, and this is a question that everyone asks as well. Like I said, if I want to invest in Facebook, I can see Facebook. I can see it physically. I can see it's a social media website. They make their money through advertising different products. I can see their balance sheet. Something like Ethereum, Cardano, Bitcoin, I don't know what it's used for in a real life situation. Can you please give us an example as to what one coin, doesn't matter what coin it is, where we are using it as human beings? Like, 'cause I just don't know what on earth all these networks are. What is going on here, brother? Can you give us that example, bro?
Yeah. A good example of this would be Polkadot. Polkadot by itself is a coin or a network that connects other networks. So there could be many use cases for this. Things like encrypted end-to-end chat networks or record keeping, bookkeeping of this sort. There are many use cases, but I think I want to give you a better example of how these coins could kind of bridge the gap between different classes. So I grew up kind of poor, and growing up in my neighborhood, there were not a lot of people that had access to banks, or they didn't have bank accounts. So they would get their paycheck and take it to a check cashing place. And there's usually a bunch of fees associated with check cashing. You have your check, they charge you a fee to cash it. You get your money, they get their fee, and that's how they make their money off of these fees. They know that they place themselves in low income neighborhoods to cash these checks, collect fees from these checks, and people get their cash, they get their fee, everyone's happy. But again, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're living in a rough neighborhood, you cannot afford to keep paying these fees. I think cryptocurrencies would solve that problem, where a lot of people would see a lot of their paychecks being sapped away by fees, or if think places like Bank of America that charge them an annual fee or an overdraft fee and things like that. Cryptocurrencies would kind of solve that problem and give these communities a better way to bridge the gap for for banking that meets their needs. So for people that have large amounts of wealth, banks serve a purpose for them. They can get loans and things like that. But for people that cannot reach that level yet, they need a stepping stone. And I think cryptocurrencies is a very good stepping stone onto that level of banking.
Okay. Thank you, bro. Great interview. I'm going to open up the phone lines right now, brothers, for you to ask questions for DJ Kaizen. Chime in on this discussion, brothers. Before I do so, brothers, hit the Cash App again, brothers. Hit the super chats. It will be greatly appreciated. And let me see the Cash Apps real quick. You supported. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, no one supported the Cash App yet. Since I read it out, but there's still some time to do so, brothers. Hit the Cash App as well. Hit the super chats, brothers. We greatly appreciate it. Here's the Facebook group, brothers. If you want to speak to high value men, I strongly suggest you join the Facebook group. It's a great group with intelligent brothers. So here's a link to the Facebook group, brothers. I'm also on Twitter as well, brothers. You want to follow me on Twitter? Send me a DM on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm
And
just looking at the chat, and I just saw. I'm just seeing some of the comments in the chat. Yeah,
if they have any
some.
questions, bro, they've got
Yeah,
a cash app it or super chat their questions. They'll answer it, bro. They got to call in or they have to cash up or super chat their questions, brother. I've got a few questions as well, but I'll wait till everyone calls in and speaks their piece about this topic. Let's get it, brothers. Okay, now, let me. Okay, here's a link. So, brothers, there's my Instagram and Twitter. Follow me on both those platforms. Send me a DM on both if you want to speak to me directly. I'm here for you, brothers. Okay, bro. Let me call in. StreamYard. That StreamYard link, brothers, posted in. Call in if you have any questions for the guests. If you want to chime in on this discussion, that'd be fantastic. Brother, do you think Shiba Inu will go to $1 and why?
I don't think it'll go to $1, but will it dip? Most definitely. Again, this is just my personal opinion. Shiba is just like a kind of a way to ride the bandwagon, so to speak. I don't see any actual use case for it. I put it in the same category as Dogecoin, but
What does it
that,
need? I see you, J Bones. You're verified. Thank you. What does it need to go to $1? DJ Kazan.
another
What's it
meme
need?
coin to take its place. But I mean, these coins serve a purpose too, right? Like, without these types of coins, again, they didn't start at the price that they're at. A lot of people bought in and was trading back and forth with this coin, but even though it didn't have an actual use case or a use case that I could see, that doesn't mean that a lot of people didn't think it didn't have value. But again, just people buying into cryptocurrencies, that's going to normalize people using cryptos more and more. So once we have more and more normalization, people will start actually buying other cryptos, holding them or using them for peer-to-peer transactions. And that's the way to go personally. That's the way we're going to get to using it on a daily basis.
Okay, thank you, DJ Kazan. Thank you, bro. Let me, John, can you turn your camera on? Yeah, you're good, John. You're verified. Thank you, brother. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Dark Ninja for the $199 super chat. El Salvador create Bitcoin City. What's your thoughts on that, brother?
Oh, so I El Salvador, I didn't expect that. And when I saw it happening, I was like, okay, this is going to do one of two things. This is going to either bring El Salvador to prosperity, or it's going to backfire really badly. And based off what I'm seeing, it looks like El Salvador is on the track to rising up with a lot of financial prosperity in the future. Because again, this it eliminates a lot of issues with fiat currency. There's no inflation because you cannot print more of this. So if people have Bitcoin, they have to trade with what they have. So it removes a lot of the corruption out of the financial system from the government perspective, at least.
Thank you, brother. Let me bring in John. What's up, John? How you doing, brother?
What's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can
Loud
hear
and
you.
clear, bro.
Sweet. Everything's good. I just seen the crypto live stream, and I've been investing in crypto for about 2 years now.
Good man.
And man, has it been a learning curve.
That's
Been a
fair.
hell of a learning curve. And so I reside over here in California in North America. And yeah, I just wanted to chime in and give my 2 cents.
Okay,
All
brother.
ears.
And what do you think is important for brothers? Unless you have any questions for DJ Kanzan, but I have a question for you, bro. What do you feel brothers should be investing in, to hold for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, especially if you're a long-term investor? For a lot of people, crypto is a quick money scheme. So they'll buy into a coin, 1 month later, they made like 10K, 20K. But if you want to build wealth over time, what coins should brothers buy, John?
Well, Bitcoin is always king. That's your store of value. Bitcoin is always king. And as far as other coins, it really depends what you're looking for. ETH is also a good one. They're merging into proof of stake pretty soon,
Yes, sir.
and they're making it ultrasound money. And so I think Bitcoin and ETH are a must have in your portfolio as a store of value.
ETH, is that
It's
Ethereum,
Ethereum.
you mean? Okay.
Ethereum, I'm sorry.
Thank you, John. John, can you reach out to me on IG? I'm not sure if you follow me on IG already.
I am following you.
Can you send me a message, please, bro, on IG?
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. I just want to speak to you about some certain topics here. Thanks for chiming on that topic, John. Hold on, and let me shout out a few super chats here. Shout out to Sean Camp for the $499 super chat. Thank you, bro, for supporting the channel as usual. It means a lot to me. DJ, what do you think about the Meta Voice coins? And John, you can chime in on that after DJ Kazan. Go on, bro.
Quite frankly, I'm scared of the metaverse coins just because I don't really trust Facebook too much. I haven't really seen any proof on whether or not these coins will be decentralized. So what scares me the most is Facebook will just mint more coins. And that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of scared of Ripple. Ripple does have its place, but I'm ultimately scared because more Ripple can be minted. And again, once more coins can be minted, then I'm not going to say it loses its value, but it gleams further and further from the original purpose of cryptocurrencies, which was to get away from regulation. But when you have one creator or one organization or one entity that can just keep printing with no consequences, I try to stay away from those.
Okay, thanks for that. Shout out to Sean M for the $5 super chat. Thank you, bro. Great live stream. Crypto changed my life. Happy to hear that, brother. I see
agree.
you in the call as well, and I'm looking forward to speaking to you about how it changed your life and why. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to El Cortez for the £2 super chat. UK brother over there. What's up, bro? Hi, IP. Hi, brothers. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well, El Cortez. Lovely to see you here, bro. Let me. Do you want to add to that discussion regarding the Meta Voice coins, John? Or I'm going to bring in J Bones.
Yeah, I can speak on that.
Go on, bro.
Now, as far as the Facebook metaverse, I know that recently just came out. I haven't really done my research on that, so I can't really speak on Facebook. But these other coins that you may have seen in the chat, there's a few. There's one that's called Mana, that's Decentraland, and
Correct.
and that's I think that's totally different from Facebook or whatever they're doing.
It is.
Yeah, and and that's NFTs and digital land, and that's something that's just beyond anybody's, I think, comprehension. You know, but that there's Decentraland, which is Mana. There's another one called Engine Coin, which is a gaming kind of metaverse platform, from my understanding.
Yes.
And there's a few other ones that were mentioned, Chiliz and Sandbox. I haven't really looked into those, but I have seen the price action on all of these coins, and man, have they been performing very well in these last few months. And so I think there is a place for these metaverse coins in the future to come.
Okay, thank you, John. Appreciate that, brother. Let me bring in Mr. J Bones. How you doing, J Bones? You okay, bro?
Hey, IP, back for a second. My coming clear.
Loud and clear, bro. How you keeping? You okay?
Not bad. The gentleman's name, John, right?
Yeah.
Oh, not. I'm sorry. The guest. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah.
DJ
The guest.
Kazan.
Oh,
DJ.
yeah. Yes,
DJ.
you can just call me DJ.
DJ. Okay. All right. Thank you, DJ. Thank you for joining us, man. Glad to have you here. Is IPs? Are you part of the Facebook group, DJ?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully, IP. we got an all-star squad here between DJ, John, and Sean M. When the Discord goes up, we can basically drive
Mhm.
these brothers in a group quickly, so then we can have direct access to them.
Yeah.
I can actually testify, IP. One of the reasons why I joined into this is that when the brothers are traveling, you should be also looking for business opportunities. One of the cousins that I grew up with in Virginia, he's already retired from this whole crypto thing. Back in 2017, he dumped a lot of money into Bitcoin, and it paid off incredibly well from him. So he's already retired back home in Ghana, living his life. So generally, this is the thing. I mean, this is actually very rare. With the brothers, I remember one of the streams before IP, you said that anything that is happening right now that is going to allow money to be coming into the system, you want Black to be in front of the line. This is in front of the line.
Yeah.
It's definitely in front of the line. Yes.
I agree.
So DJ John and our brother Sean M, please, you guys are pretty much the all-star lineup for crypto, and I just want to congratulate you brothers and welcome you to the group. I'm not going to hold up the stream. I want direct access to you guys instead of talking over the live stream because IP has a limited amount of time. So hopefully when you brothers join the Facebook group, just let me know as soon as possible and we can start talking. IP, thank you so much, bro. Just checking in to show support, man. I hope you're doing well.
Thank you, J Bones. So in the Discord server, I've created a crypto section, completely
Excellent.
different from. So brothers
I
can
know you
speak
did.
about crypto, bounce ideas on there, and there's also a stock section there as well. So I've been working on that server for a couple months now, and I think it's next week is when I want to deploy it out. So I'll definitely be adding Sean M, DJ Kaizen, and John. They need to reach out to me directly on IG though, because that server is gonna be very locked down. There's a lot of trolls hanging around, and I'm seeing it from my Facebook group as well. The people who want to join that Facebook group, I think someone's trying to get into that group and try and mess things up. So it won't be like I won't be posting the links on the live stream to join in like that. No, it's got to be direct access to it. So I know I'm going to add to it a couple people in the Facebook group, a lot of people in the Facebook group through my Twitter and who I know as well. So if brothers can reach out to me on IG, Sean M, John, DJ Kaz, and brothers who want to be in that server group, let me know ASAP because it's going to be locked down. We cannot allow trolls in that Discord server.
True.
No way.
True.
Thank you, J Bones, for adding that point. Thank you, bro.
No problem at all, sir.
Let me bring in Sean M. What's up, Sean M? You good, bro?
Yeah, what's good, man? How's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Lovely to see you here, Sean.
Oh yeah,
Doing well. Great job, Sean. We're watching you boys right now, man. You guys leading the line for this money, so you guys put your bulletproof vest on. We'll be right behind you.
oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I love talking about crypto. Talked to IP a couple of days ago. Yeah, it's a great stream so far.
Thank you, Sean. Is there something you want to add to the discussion, Sean M, or you want to ask DJ Kaz then a question, like maybe what coin should brothers be investing in right now to secure a good amount of wealth a year or 2 years from now? I'll be honest with you, Sean. I'm a long-term investor. I don't really like doing this day trading stuff because it's very risky. But knowing what to invest in first, so you can hold for a year or 2 or 5 years, that can benefit brothers, in that kind of aspects would be great, bro.
Yeah, so just adding on to what DJ was saying, on top of what he was saying, about the interest and everything. Also, if you're an ETH holder or if you know about the different, ERC20 tokens, you can look into different coins like Atom, Luna, like different DeFi coins, which is decentralized finance. And they have actually liquidity pools where you put up liquidity onto the different blockchains. So, and that's one way you can get a higher interest rate. I know he was talking about the ones he had on the exchanges. Some of these are like, I know like Atom, you can move it to certain liquidity pools, get good interest. With ETH, obviously, if you have 32 ETH, you can have an Ethereum node. and you earn, I think it's like 0.2 every so often.
Yep. Listen to this man. He knows what he's talking about.
Mhm.
And then like I was putting in the chat, Nexo, that's where a lot of European institutions are starting to move their money. The good thing about Nexo is one, it's like a bank, but it's decentralized still. Like it's a token. They were actually out over here in America in Vegas at it was like some banking convention. One of my buddies was telling me about it. He's a big Nexo whale, and he was but the good thing about their platform is you get daily compounded interest. And
Correct.
say you hold, a certain amount, like I think it's like 4,000, you get the gold amount for them, you get 5% interest per day, like 5% APA, I think it's APR, APY,
Yeah,
whichever one.
it's API.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you can take a collateral against your asset. So say like you have, let's just say for instance, you got 10,000. You can take 1,000 against that. Say if it's on a dip or if you just need some cash right then, you can take it against your asset. You can either get it in, stable coins. They do Tether, and then or you could take it directly against Ethereum, and then say if the market's on the dip, do that. And if you think it's about to go up, when it goes up, you sell it back. Boom,
Make that money.
yeah, and that right there, if you do it like Ethereum and you take hold an asset against your Ethereum, this isn't financial advice, by the way. It's just like stuff I've read. But this is it's that's one way to do, to start building your cash or your holdings up.
So what coins should we be buying right now? So I'm guessing ETH.
Yeah.
Chainlink,
Ethereum.
Polkadot. What else, bro? Long term.
My big ones that I'm dollar cost averaging in is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Terra Luna, Atom, which is Cosmos, KDA, which is Kadena, Chainlink, because Chainlink has a lot of use case. They're being used with like MasterCard on one of their nodes. And then who's the other one? VeChain, because VeChain is going to be very big in the supply chain, different things. I've been in them forever. But those are my biggest ones, and then just try and, like I said, stake them, use liquidity pools, try to up your amount with your initial investment, because a lot of these coins, they have really good use cases. Like with Ethereum, as we see this like a craze with the NFTs, but what people aren't understanding is one, the first NFT put on a mortgage happened the other day. I think I might have put it in the Facebook group, but if NFTs begin getting minted on not only mortgages, but I think you could put insurance contracts, different things like that on there. I mean, it's going to be revolutionary. And that's not just Ethereum. I mean, Solana is going to have the exact same capabilities.
Correct.
Avalanche. I mean, these smart contract protocols, they're going to have some revolutionary tech outside of just what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is money. These are more like a program, that they can build. You can build anything, and with that, I mean, the human mind, we know how complex things we can create. I mean, so it's limitless, really.
The name of the game is staking and smart contracts. Honestly, that's the name of the game. Stake. If you can stake your coin, that's money. And if you have a smart contract, money. That's the best way to like dumb everything down.
When you say smart contract, are those certain coins that are used for smart contracts, such as Chainlink and a few others, and you should invest in those early and hold for a couple of years? Is that what you're referring to, brother?
Yeah. So, like Ethereum, it's obviously kind of, people would say it's high. I still think we have, I think it's following Bitcoin from 2017's chart, just from watching it, I would say if you're a higher risk person, I mean, I've been like I said, I've been in this for years, so like I've been, you know, but if you're a higher risk person and you want to try and get like probably the best gains, like I said, not financial advice, but I like Solana here. I actually just started buying a little more Solana. I bought some last year, but I didn't buy as much as I wanted. So like now I'm like trying to make up for lost time. Solana is looking very good. I mean, their platform is getting adoption. They have NFTs. I mean, it's gonna, you know, it has really good tech along with ETH. But Solana is like, you know, they work hand in hand. They're smart contract programs, you know. So, you know, those are the ones I'm looking at the most, to be honest with you. And I just like their tech after actually learning about it, you know.
Same.
Interesting. Thank you, brothers. Question for me here is how many coins should you hold at once? And I want to give you brothers a good example here. When you invest in the stock market, people say, you know, don't buy too many stocks, because if you're buying 20 stocks, you're literally spreading yourself too thin. So let's say you have 10 grand to invest in. That's you putting £500 into 20 different stocks. Why not break it down to 4 stocks and put in 5k each and get 3k each and get a bigger return? Is that the same for crypto? Is holding too much coins a bad thing? If so, how many coins should we hold at once?
I would say it depends on your strategy, honestly. It depends on what you're looking for, like what kind of returns you're looking at, how quickly you want to see these gains, and how risky you want to be.
Okay.
I'll chime in.
Yeah, go on, bro.
So when you diversify your portfolio, you get exposure to different percentage gains of all these coins. And just like all the brothers mentioned, you know, different various coins, each one will gain in value faster than others, depending on their use cases or their functionalities in the market. And so it's always good to be diversified. I follow a 50-25-25 rule. 50% in Bitcoin, 25% in mid caps, and 25% in small caps. That way, you know, I have my portfolio structured where I'm gaining exposure to these smaller coins to gain on my BTC value, my Bitcoin value. And so, it really, just like DJ said, it really depends what you're looking for. But if you really want to maximize your crypto gains, you want to look into those staking coins, like the smart contract coins, NFT coins. And that's how you could really maximize your portfolio.
Okay, fantastic. This has been a great discussion so far, brothers. I can stay on for 10 more minutes max. So if you want to call in, brothers, call in right now to ask these brothers questions. John, can you DM me on Instagram, please? I want to add you to the Discord server.
Yeah, I sent you an IG. My tag should be J6 Easy.
Oh yes, I've seen it, bro. So Sean M. Oh, no, that's fine. I know who Sean M is. This is great. I'm gonna add you 3 brothers to the Discord server next week, and DJ Kaz as well, and we'll start, you know, having a section discussion regarding crypto. I'm adding some resources there as well regarding how to get into crypto, what cryptocurrency is. So I'm trying to make that server very informative before adding new members in. So I'm looking forward to pushing it out. Fantastic. Okay. Brothers, call in if you have any questions. Now, let me go around to everyone. Yeah, Jay Bones, go on, bro. Yeah, you can ask a question. Go on, Jay Bones.
Yeah, sorry, IP. I didn't want to interrupt. Is anybody calling in? Because I don't want to jump the line.
Nope, no one's calling in. Go on, man.
Okay. DJ Kazan, man, you got to mute up. It sounds like you're running a mile over there.
Oh, so yeah, that's the fan. Hold on.
All right. Sean.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, brother, where you been hiding, man? I told you to call me.
Oh man, I've been busy as heck, bro.
I know, man. I feel you, bro. But I need, the thing about it is that it's great to have, the all star team together between you, John, and DJ Kazan. But you know, these type of situations, direct access is what's important. So if you can make some time for me, brother, I'd really appreciate it, man. Because the thing, IP, I make investments in things that I usually can see, and I've been able to make my money out of directly. But some of these kids I tutor at the universities, IP, the way
Mm,
these young brothers is making money off crypto is not
mm,
even funny. It's not even funny. I one young brother from Ghana actually, I tutor him at the art history program on Saturdays, and just this year he's already made like 80 stacks. So I know this thing is real. I mean, we got
yeah.
19, 20-year-old kids bringing in $80,000 at such a young age. I mean, I want to start, but I've always been very skeptic about the crypto thing, but some things you gotta check it for yourself, and you gotta look it for yourself, and I want to start out real safe. I literally have
Yeah.
absolutely I have some Bitcoin, and I sold it off, then I was playing around, and I was checking it. I like my investments are things that I've been able to see physical cash from it. You understand what I'm saying? So um yeah, it's great to have you brothers here. So thank you again to Sean and DJ Kazan and John. Sean, yeah, when you get a chance, bro, I'm gonna need direct access to you, brother. I need like at least 30 minutes to an hour because I'm starting from the ground up again. Um, yeah, I have people in my family that have actually, they've made a killing off crypto, but not all skin folk is kin folk, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
So we gotta, some things you gotta keep it on hush hush. But yeah, Sean, if you can give me a little bit of time, I would really appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I hit you up on I hit you up in the DM on Facebook, and we can definitely set something up, bro.
Great
I
discussion,
feel you,
brothers.
man. Thanks a
Wonderful.
lot, man. I really
I love
appreciate it.
hearing that sharing
Yeah.
from brothers. That's what we need in this possible community, man. We ain't got no one but ourselves, brothers. Lovely hearing that. So no one's calling in. Let me go through everyone for one last closing statement before I end the stream. Sean M, do you have any closing statements, brother?
Guys, just do your own research. Read these white papers. If you're in the Facebook group, hit us up. I mean, because I post about crypto, as much as I can when I'm free. Um, just do your research, look into the coins. Try to buy something that makes sense, that can make some real world use. And then have at it.
Thank you, Sean M. Much appreciated, bro. J Bones, you had your statement there, so let me go to John, then Kaz, and end the stream. John, do you have any closing statements, brother?
Yeah. I don't have a Facebook. I got rid of it a few years back. So once again, the Discord, anybody that got questions, you can just send me a private message or anything. I'd be happy to talk of any ideas or thoughts that anyone may have. But to close out, for me, steady wins the race. You DCA, you don't panic, and you just stick with that strategy, and you'll produce life-changing wealth.
Thank you, John. And in the Discord server, I want as much information shown as possible. I don't want brothers just keeping in their small groups exchanging knowledge. That's not the whole point of a Discord server. If that's what I'm seeing, I will simply just close that server down. I want to see as much information shown as possible. Oh, I invested in these coins yesterday. Here are the reasons why. Here's why I put in. That's how we're going to get wealth amongst this community. If we keep doing this one-to-one talk, or just amongst a small amount of brothers, we're not going to grow as a community. So I want to see as much information shown. When I'm in that server, I'm gonna post what I'm looking into. I'm gonna say, brothers, I'm looking into Nvidia stock. Although it's expensive for me, hopefully they do a stock split in the future and I can get in early. Here are the reasons why I want to invest in Nvidia. That's the kind of information I want to see. So brothers can be, oh, okay, this is great. Maybe I can get into this as well. So that's why I want to see, brothers. I want to see a lot of intel, a lot of community talk on that Discord server. if it's quiet, if I'm not seeing that enough, I want to start barking down. I'm going to be a lot more harsher going forward, because I'm seeing a lot of brothers. I'm being too lenient on some brothers and how I push things forward. So I want to see a lot of information sharing, or I want to start calling out a lot of things that I don't like. Thank you, John. Much appreciated, bro. DJ Kaz, oh, do you want to say something else, bro?
No, I appreciate everything you do, IP, and yeah, I'll be posting all in the Discord server. Definitely.
Thank you, John. Much appreciated, bro. DJ Kazan, do you have any closing statements, brother?
Yeah, I just want to piggyback on what everyone said, man. Especially with John, slow and steady wins the race, man. That for me, that's not only my strategy with cryptos, but the same with stocks and ETFs and cover call ETFs. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't panic. Ride the wave. Buy the dip, dudes.
Yes.
Facts,
Thank
brothers.
you.
Facts.
Thank you, DJ Kazan, for taking the time out on this live stream. Thank you to every single member of this panel for calling in, asking questions, being informative, sharing that information. I'm looking forward to seeing all you brothers in the live stream panel in the Discord server next week. A lot of great things going to happen in there. Once again, thanks for everyone who cashed out today and super chatted. Thanks to everyone who commented in the live stream as well. When I drop this video, please comment, please write some comments in the 2 videos I did in the last 5 hours. Would appreciate it, brothers. And I will see you, brothers, on my next live stream. Once again, thank you everyone for watching. DJ Kazan, thank you for your time, brother. Look after yourselves, brothers, worldwide. International passport. Peace out.